I'm starting up a new release schedule for my videos that I intend to keep. Specific contemporary issue videos, like this one, will be released on Wednesdays, and more theory-based ones on Sundays. As such, Part 4 of my Minor Plan series will be released this Sunday. On the day of the release of this video, the United States House of Representatives is voting to impeach Donald Trump for a second time, this time for incitement of insurrection, in response to his actions on and leading up to January 6th. Since that day, Trump and many of his supporters have been banned from a variety of social media, and entire websites have had their hosting pulled for having connections to those responsible for planning this Capitol incursion and potential future violence. This has led to a vigorous discussion on speech and its limits, and whether or not private restriction of speech should even be considered a part of the free speech debate. Luckily, I coincidentally happen to have given my take on this issue a week before this video and before the riot itself happened, so I feel no need to go over that for the moment. Here instead, I'll talk about impeachment and what it can mean. Most media discussion and the words of the Democrats themselves suggest that this is merely a symbolic vote, to set a precedent that this sort of action is to be considered impeachable. It is popularly understood that even if the 67 vote threshold was reached, removing Trump about a week early would mostly be symbolic. However, as its title suggests, there could be a lot more to it than that. In addition to having the power to remove, the Senate has the power to disqualify an individual from holding future office. This is a power that the Senate has only used 3 times before, and it's an open question to how exactly it can be applied. See, while it takes 67 votes to convict the president in the Senate, which, whether or not it's the current Mitch McConnell-controlled Senate or the future Democratic-controlled one that will come upon the arrival of 2 new Georgia senators, it would require Republican votes to reach 67. However, by precedent, it only takes a simple majority, 51 votes, to disqualify someone from holding future office. What's open for interpretation, however, is whether or not it's possible to disqualify without convicting. Even if it isn't, should it be true that Mitch McConnell is willing to use the impeachment to purge Trump from the Republican Party, as has been reported, it's not inconceivable that after Trump has already left office, that Mitch McConnell would be willing to release enough Republicans to convict Trump, likely Republican senators who would be retiring or are up for re-election in 2026, while leaving the Democrats to do the disqualifying with their 50 Senate seats, plus Kamala as a tiebreaker. This would allow an armed separation of the Republican establishment from clearing Trump out of the 2024 race, while also allowing them to use him as a martyr to rile up the base from that point forward. Whatever the case, it's clear enough that this impeachment vote needn't simply be a symbolic act. It could have massive repercussions down the line should it successfully be used to disqualify Trump from running in 2024. Thanks for watching my video. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment.